Welcome back. So, we've covered the fact that I love to laugh and I have to level with you. I also will not turn down a cocktail or two. So, I brought the perfect guest on for today, Alex Bennett. He is not only a bartender and an author, but also an entrepreneur, my kind of guy. Hey, Alex, welcome to Liftoff.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Alex, tell us about your work as a bartender and how do you find it informs other areas of your work and your life?
Well, I say as a bartender, you have to be kind of an entrepreneur. You have to look at it as being your bar. I've worked in restaurants all my life, and I've done pretty much everything. My family had owned a restaurant at one point. I said I was that restaurant. But since I become a professional bartender, I tell all the young bartenders that any person that comes in and sits at the bar is a potential regular, whether they come in once a week, once a month, or once a year. You try to build a relationship with those people to make it that they want to come in and see you. Because everybody has a choice when they walk into a restaurant. They can sit in the dining room or they can sit in the bar. And if they look in and they say, "Hey, Alex is in the bar, I'm going to go in and sit with him," well, then I'm going to be successful at being a bartender. And so I tell them all, focus on building relationships. I've been lucky to know a lot of very successful people in my life, and that's what they've all told me. If you build relationships, the money will come.
I love it. I love it. So much of what you do just really reflects what we strive to do on the show, which is really show people how work life blend improves your whole life and your outlook. What advice do you have for anybody who's watching about being an entrepreneur?
Well, the best thing I can say to anybody is, if you know your priorities, everything else falls into place. And the example I give to everyone is that, if you have young kids and you want to be a part of their lives, you want to go to every baseball game or every recital or every school function, well, then I would not suggest that you start writing a book or you start your own business because your kids are going to occupy your time. And those other things will be a distraction and you'll probably get frustrated, you'll probably quit, and you won't be successful. Uh, but your kids are going to grow up fast. And the day is going to come when all of a sudden you look around, you got all sorts of time. And that's when you can devote yourself to writing a book or starting a business. And not only that, you'll be starting with experience. So you're more likely to be successful. The flip side of that is also true. If you're young and you don't have any kids and you don't want to start a family, well, then throw yourself into your book or into your business or whatever else dream you have to chase, because when you get a little older, your priorities might change. You might start a family. And again, you'll be doing so with experience. So you'll probably be a better parent. And so that's why I tell everybody, if you know your priorities and you know what you want most in life right now, everything else kind of falls into place.
I love that. I love that. It's so fearless. Don't worry about age. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about anything. Follow your passion, be responsible, and know what your priority is. Alex, thank you so much for being on Liftoff. I can't wait to keep reading the book.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Well, that's it for us today on Liftoff. I hope you learned something and I hope you use it at home or at work. How amazing. What an incredible set of guests. Be sure to follow us on social so you can stay tuned to who's coming on next, and we'll see you next time.
The proceeding was sponsored by Liftoff Enterprises, LLC.